support the Mazda or the Holden Commodore.
Managing the most controversial 400 here at Sandown, Alan Moffat. Do you know what happened?
I can't begin to imagine.
I'm particularly pleased to have wondered.
It's a long time and a lot of hard work to get onto this lawn at Sandown. Brockie's been here for 7 years in a row. There seems to be something going on that if you don't drive a Commodore, you can't win a race around here. Thank you.
SUPER100MPH, you've got to come to this site. It is motorsport at its very best.
I hope you are watching SUPER100MPH.
SUPER100MPH. See you there.
Racing.
How old are you,
Well,
78. Oh, Christ, you're a youngster. I know I am. SUPER100MPH. No wonder I can drive quicker than you. I'm about 8 years old. SUPER100, SUPER100MPH.
Really interesting.
Thank you. And what is the hell SUPER100MPH?
I'm Murray Carter. Go to SUPER100MPH. What was the rest of it?
On YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
SUPER100MPH. Some people say these are the good old days. But if you're a motorsport devotee, are they really? What about the 60s, the 70s and the 80s? The great racing at Emerald Park, at Bathurst and elsewhere. The legends of the sport. Moffat, Brock, others, but not just them. There were a cast of many that maybe, if you're a youngster, you've never heard of. Maybe, if like me, you're an oldster, you've got to dredge up the memory pit, recall who they were, the people that put on extraordinary motorsport. You can still see it, you know. SUPER100MPH. It's on YouTube.
There's a moment there where you encountered race cam for the first time and actually crossed over to you in the car. Do you remember that?
Well, no, I sort of remember it because it was one of the first times that they'd ever had race cameras and the two-way in the car, and I could remember doing it. But then somebody said to me, "Have you had a look at Google lately?" And I said, "No, why?" They said, "Well, you want to type John French in," and it was a waste of time telling me that. I don't know how to use a computer, and put Bathurst or something or other like that. So I went somewhere and they showed me doing 2 laps in 1982 with the camera and talking about the laps I was doing and things like that. And I couldn't believe I said the terrible things I said. With Mike Raymond, I think it was, interview, and he said, "You're having a bit of trouble with a broken stabiliser bar. How do you cope with it?" I said, "Just go slower." And he said, "When are you going into the pits?" I said, "Well, I've been asking to go into the pits for 6 laps or more, and they won't let me, but they've told me I can go in the next lap." So that's how, and I didn't remember ever saying it, but it was, they then showed me a photo of Dick in the pits. I don't think he was impressed, but never mind, we had a lot of fun.
All right, we're in John French's car now, keeping in mind that John has taken over from Dick Johnson. John French, Mike Raymond, can you hear us okay?
Yes, Mike, I can hear you.
How's everything looking out there?
Oh, the car's going superbly. There's no problem with anything at the moment.
Would you like to send a cheerio call to all your fans in Queensland?
Yes, I'd love to send a cheerio to all the people at Club 17 at David Harding's place, where they get every race day and have a drink and hope we win.
John French, Evan Green here. I'd like you to recall what happened just a little bit further up the circuit when you were driving an Alfa Romeo many years ago, and you were involved in that crash which eliminated something like a third of the field. It was just beyond Skyline. Tell us what happened when you came over here. What was it, about 15 years ago?
1969, Evan. I went over the top, and there was everybody stopped, and I hit someone and someone hit me, and I ended up upside down.
In the Holden Monero, and as they jump, Pete gets a good start, but Cook a little bit more slowly away with Mackay on their outside, and coming through appears to be Sava, going very...
Made a good start, which was just as well, for only the front runners were to clear the first lap holocaust that was soon to come up on the mountain.
Full of Bond in there in the Monero, fighting and bustling, trying to find his way up into the field. Tremendous gaggle of cars as they go up Mountain Straight, 60 of them in all, to start 130 laps. On what will no doubt be an incident-packed race. Every year this race seems to produce its excitement, and then as they come down off the top of the mountain, Bill Brow's in Tremendous trouble. He's right upside down. Over he goes again. Then comes the rest running through. He's bringing the whole field to a halt. Tremendous trouble with traffic here. And John French apparently in an Alpha rolling too. 2 cars upside down. Traffic held up everywhere. Numbers of cars damaged. Cars still hitting each other. Bill Brown still in the car actually. John French, at least Bill Stanley backing his car up and letting Bartlett's Alpha through, but still the track almost completely blocked and cars running into each other seemingly for minutes as they came up over the top of the mountain.
Back then 60 cars used to go to Bathurst, and there's 59 bad luck stories and one lot of road car. You can see all this on Super 100 MPH.